Well, the rate slide continues. Hey, it's Eric Osnes here with ericismybanker.com and CMG Home Loans with my weekly update on mortgage rates for the week ending December 8th, 2023. As you can probably tell, I'm not broadcasting from Seattle at the moment. I'm actually coming to you from Tarlac, Cameling in the Philippines, where we just finished building a family/vacation home. The home turned out fantastic and it was definitely affordable. Ask me more about that, I'd be happy to fill you in. It's been another good week for mortgage rates, spurred by softer employment numbers, which further support the consensus that the Fed is done hiking rates for now. This is jobs week for the month of November, and the ADP jobs numbers for November confirm that a continued slowing of the economy is in the works. With new job creations coming in at 103,000 against original estimates of 130,000. Due to the time difference, I'm 15 hours ahead at the moment. I'm recording this before we have the Friday BLS, Bureau of Labor Statistics jobs numbers, but they're also expected to show weakness, which would be good for interest rates. And you know what? Even if they don't, the initial releases from the BLS have been suspiciously unreliable, suffering significant corrections in the weeks after their initial print. So, I don't know, maybe that L in BLS is silent, could possibly be. But for the week, rates are down. Here are the national averages. Conventional 30-year fixed rate mortgage, 7.05%, that's down 0.1 from a week ago. 15-year fixed rate, 6.47%, that's down 0.04. FHA and VA, 30-year fixed rates, 6.39%, that's down 0.13, nice. And 30-year fixed rate jumbo, still over 7%, 7.55%, down 0.05 from a week ago. Moving on, in a recent release according to the Census Bureau, the share of single-family homes in a homeowners association and HOA is shrinking. According to the Census Bureau's survey of construction, the share of single-family homes hit 62.6% this year, down from an all-time high of 67.1% in 2020. Purchasing a home in a community with a homeowners association has its pros and cons. So you really need to consider all of those when you're deciding if that community is right for you. Here's some things to think about. The pros: enhanced property values, amenities such as parks, pools, meeting spaces, security and gated entries. 3, a uniform look to the community if that's something that's appealing to you. 4, maintenance requirements that ensure all the homes look good, that they're kept in good condition. And also common areas are typically maintained by the HOA, so that can really make a difference in that, again, that overall look of the community. Now let's talk about some of the cons. Number 1, potential restrictions on things that you do with the property, like can you rent it out? What types of pets can you have? Street parking, gatherings, home improvements, additions, paint color, play spaces, landscaping, all may require approval by the board. Restrictions on things like decorations, holiday, political affiliations, flags. There's a potential for assessments to cover maintenance costs or other large projects. There's possible legal fees if your HOA gets sued. And finally, there can be the risk of legal action if you become delinquent on your HOA dues. Even a foreclosure can result from non-payment of dues if it gets extreme enough. So before purchasing an HOA, there's several documents that you should review to make sure that, again, it's right for you. Number 1 and 2, CC&Rs and the bylaws. CC&R stands for covenants, conditions, and restrictions. And the bylaws are all the rules and requirements for living in that homeowners association. I'd also recommend you review the HOA budget. Make sure that there's adequate reserves to cover maintenance and any potential projects coming up with the project. Also, are there any pending special assessments? That's really important because that will affect the cost of your HOA dues. If you still have questions or concerns regarding those documents, it's not a bad idea to consult with a real estate attorney to review them and answer any other questions that you might have. I'm also happy to help review those HOA documents at no cost. But just know that I'm not a lawyer, and the value of my opinion is equal to the price you paid for it. But you're always happy to reach out if I can help. You can call me anytime, 206-915-3742. You can email me, eric@ericismybanker.com. Look for me on social media, just look for Eric is my banker. Even though I'm on the other side of the world, about 15 hours difference in time zone right now, I'm certainly available and happy to help answer those financial story problems. That's all I've got for this week. I hope you have a great weekend. Talk to you next week.